Yeah, so I filmed my preview of the review of The Walking Dead, which was released in San Diego Comic Con this weekend. And my mic was out. Battery died. My bad, so I'm gonna redo it. I will have to say is that this preview I saw of The Walking Dead, set to release October 7th, this fall, is gonna be one for the record books. It is so amazing. I keep seeing it and I keep getting excited. I get more excited every time I see it. We see an older Rick Grimes. We see a time jump, a clear time jump. He's talking to Negan in his cell. We don't really see Negan clearly. He's in the dark there, talking like Negan talks. I love it when Rick asks him, "Aren't you always tired of sounding like you're still in charge?" And Negan returns with, "Do you?" I'm like, oh, snap. And that seems to be the point. When we last saw The Walking Dead, when it ended in season 8, we saw a disgruntled Maggie upset about how Rick had decided to spare Negan's life to show the world an example that we can be civilized again. We don't have to be these barbarians. We start seeing hints of dissent and revolution and civil strife between the communities: Alexandria, Hilltop, Oceanside, and a couple others that I noticed on that sign that they showed in the preview. I was like, "Oh, what are those?" Maybe, I guess, other communities they came across over time. I was very amazed. It was great. Daryl looks great. Carol looks amazing. Her hair looks. We got Minnie Morgan. The kid still with the steak. Because Morgan's gone, he's in Fear the Walking Dead land. Which, by the way, they released the trailer for the second half of that season. I saw that. That was pretty cool. The season's going to resume in a couple short weeks from now, like August 12th, I believe. So, we got to get ready for that. But I digress. What is going to happen now? Like, okay, we see them go into Washington, D.C. It looks like it's the Smithsonian that they kind of raid. They're getting a wagon down the stairs. It's an old wagon from the 19th century, apparently. It's clear that they don't use cars anymore. Maybe they use them very minimally, because we see Daryl still driving around in a motorcycle, so there must be still some kind of gas, right? It's kind of weird considering. But they ride around in horses and wagons, and they try to keep it down like that. However, there was still some gas. However, it must be running very low at this point. I'm worried about Daryl. What's going to happen when there's no more gas for him to ride his motorcycle? He's going to put pedals on it? I am fascinated by the way the storyline looks for the preview, because we're going in a different direction. We have new blood towards the end of the preview that we see Father Gabriel. You could tell he's like half blind from his sickness from season 8. And he's like questioning these new kids, who were you before all this? I was a music teacher. I was this. I was that. And so we see a lot of them at the end. So that leads me to think that they're going to be taking on a more prominent role later on in the series. Now, as you all know, Andrew Lincoln has confirmed finally in Comic-Con his departure from The Walking Dead this season. Heartbreaking thing. I remember when I revealed that, when the news broke out over a month ago, I lost my mind. Where is that going to go? How is that going to work in relation to the story? I don't know. It is my thought that they're not going to kill him off. I think he might just disappear and leave. Maybe he'll go look for Rupert Morgan because he got to go find himself, or something to that effect. I don't want to believe that they're going to kill him off. Or if they do kill him off, it has to be done in such a heroic, go get him way, nobody was happy when Madison died in Fear the Walking Dead. I sure as hell wasn't. But at least she died nobly, in a sacrificial manner. I'd like Rick's to be like 10 times better than that if it turns out to be a death. However, I seriously doubt it will be. We see Michonne, she looks great. There's a time jump. And some people look older. You see Carol look older. You see Rick look older. You see baby Judith is not so much a baby anymore. She's running around and she looks older. She looks better. We see Maggie with baby Glenn Jr. I don't know if they're going to call him Herschel. In the comic books, they call him Herschel. Hopefully they'll retain that. Apparently she had the baby. It's all good, but Maggie is still better. So look out. You know, she's got issues. We see Enid. She clearly looks older. You know, there's a these new characters that are there, and our older characters are still there. We don't know what's gonna happen. The preview reveals so much. It's like, God, it's long, but not really showing you much. However, it does show something. There seems to be a faction, and this is only based on what I saw in the preview. There seems to be a faction from the Saviors that want to go back to their old ways. Better be careful there, because that's a serious problem. And what about the Whisperers? Okay, everybody's waiting for the Whisperers to turn up. Now, was there an indication in this preview that we may get that? Not really, unless those walkers that we saw, especially towards the end, were Whisperers. It's hard to tell. It could be Whisperers towards the end of the series, or maybe it's going to be in season 10. Maybe they're pushing it a little farther out, because now we want to kind of like create this new story arc. Remember, Walking Dead has a new story maker here. It's not Scott Gimple anymore, thank God. I think this is going to be more vintagey Walking Dead. I think it gives the feel of the kind of Walking Dead we all love and appreciate. I've sure loved and appreciated from its very beginnings, all those years ago. I've not stopped. And I've decided after Andrew Lincoln steps down, I'm still going to watch this. I'm going to see this whole thing towards the end. I'm going to go down with the ship. Because I do feel that this show is slowly ending. I still have that sense. I cannot see this show progressing much longer after Andrew Lincoln's departure. However, based on the preview I just saw that San Diego Comic-Con released this weekend, one thing is always sure. That is that nothing's for sure. This is Ralph Perez from Strange Planet. Take care.